Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to a video from TW White & Sons Mazda. Okay, here we have a brand new Mazda CX-5. Now this is the latest 2021 model, and I'll point out the differences as we go around the car. Now this specific model is a 2-litre. It is the Sport Nav, and it's presented in Soul Red Crystal with the black leather interior. Now this car is standard. Now with Mazda, a lot of things are standard, but this does have the optional safety pack, which you'd get on the GT model, but on this it's the it's an added extra, and I'll show you the bits and pieces of that when we get in the car. Now, being a 2021 and even a 2020 model, they'll have the Skyactiv G engine. Okay, so that's you're probably all familiar with Mazda's Skyactiv technology, which basically gives you excellent fuel consumption, low emissions, low running costs, really good for the environment. It's the way they design the cars, but that's like the umbrella that covers all the different aspects of it, the engines, the gearboxes, the chassis, etc, etc. Mazda, I know this sounds very cheesy, but their slogan is to defy convention. So when a lot of manufacturers are making small engines for fuel efficiency and putting turbos on them to get the performance, Mazda have gone the other way and made bigger engines, which are really drivable. You don't compromise with 3 cylinders or anything like that, and the reliability is excellent. So before we get inside, let me show you around the back. Now this has got an auto tail lift, which you get on the Kuro models, the Sport Nav and the GTs. Now, being a brand new car, this is the number plate plinth where the front number plate will go on, so I do apologise for having that in the boot. And you've got this boot with a really practical boot space. You've got seats that fold down. Let me show you. You've got now, these were called Karakuri seats, which refers to a Japanese toy, like a surprise, and they do fold virtually flat. Okay, so those little levers are really handy when you've got things in your hands. You can just pull a lever and there they go. That one went all the way flat. So as long as the headrests are in, the seats aren't too far back at the front, they'll go down flat, and then you just push them up to ping them up. Okay, now to put the tail lift down, you can just press that button there, or you can press your key fob. I'll show you the key fobs in just a minute. The car's got keyless smart keyless entry, so if the key's on your person, you can open the car by using this button here, and when you walk away, you can program it, so when you've got the keys on your person and you walk away from the car will lock itself. Now, see the Mazda badge here. Normally these are hollow, but on the sort of 2021s, well, up to about 2.5 years ago, Mazda were coming with Radar Cruise Control. So where these are filled out, you can actually determine if the car's got Radar Cruise Control, which is like adaptive cruise control, which I'll get to in a moment. The car has a glass sunroof as well, which has been very well received. I've been in the Mazda world for almost 18 years, and sunroof sort of went. People were asking when they're coming back, and they've now come back now, so people are very happy. Right, you've got your electric windows here, auto, that's your wing mirrors. So if you have it on the auto setting, it will they will retract when you lock the car, and they'll open up when you unlock the car. This little panel here, you've got iStop, so you've got an intelligent stop-start system. So in the car, when you're in traffic, the car will switch itself off, and then it will almost anticipate your move where you're about to start off again. The car will restart very efficiently, quickly, seamlessly, and off you go. So this in turn will lower your running costs, because the longer the car's switched off for, the less fuel you're using. It's also very good for the environment. It's low emissions. So it all helps. Also, if you're a company car driver as well, the lower the emission rating on the car, the less your company car tax is. Traction control, you can switch that off. I'd imagine most people are pretty au fait with that. It's something that comes standard on all cars these days, but it helps you pull away, brake, etc. as safely as possible. And you've got parking sensors. You've got like a quick key there, you can switch them off, and you can open your tailgate here. Now, before we get in the car, and I really want to get in because it's like 5 degrees today, you've got your adjustable seats, you've got the back there, forwards, back, you can tilt it or raise it down, and you've got your lumbar support there. Okay, now you've got the same adjustments on the passenger side, but they're not memory, so these are memory setting, and you can program your key fob to remember your seat setting. So if you approach the car and open the car, it will adjust to your seat setting. I don't know, say your partner had the other key, they sit in a different position. When they open the car, it will adjust to their seat setting. Now, if you look at this dash, now this has got like a backlit dash, and let me show you, this is really good. So when you have the keys on your person, now as you see, it's a brand new car and it's got the new style of key. Okay, so these are more rectangular. Okay, you put your foot on the on the brake, sorry, that goes green. You press the button and it fires into life. Okay, and I'm going to do that again because I want to show you the dash. I really like, look at that, so it all lights up. It's all very nice indeed. Okay, now something just to show you, you can change it to kilometers or miles per hour just by doing that, which is really good. I often travel in Europe and it's always handy to have kilometers. I've also got you've also got heads-up display, which oh sorry, the other phone's going, silence that, which projects your speed, your basic sat nav functions, road traffic signs, speed limits, all up here. Now I'd imagine in a few years time you'll find that is going to be compulsory for cars sold within the UK, because it's safe. You know, by looking down for only a fraction of a second could, you know, make all the difference. You've got your rev counter on this side, the binnacle. You've got fuel gauge, temperature gauge on the right side, and this big speedo in the middle. Okay, your steering column up, down, in and out. Okay, you've got automatic wipers, automatic lights. Now remember I mentioned the cruise control, so you've got adaptive cruise control here. So traditionally cruise control, you set it and that's the speed, and then you know if you have to slow down, you have to slow down and adjust it and then reset it all, etc, etc. This will track the car in front. So if you set it at 70 and then the car in front slows down, it will track that car and slow your car down, and then when that car picks up or you go to overtake them, you will then resume your speed that you set the speed limit at. Okay, your speed at. So really good, I think really good for the UK roads. And you can adjust here the distance between the car in front. So I like to sit quite far back from the car in front, just if anything happens you've got more of a chance to react to it. So we've got that there. You can use these paddle shifts as well. So even though it's an automatic, this one, look, it's got 6-speed auto. You can use the paddles to change gear for that sportier feel, or if you're on a hill, you're declining on a hill and you want to a hill decline and you want to hold it in a gear, you can. Now this, remember I mentioned this is a 2021 model, so one of the main differences is you've got the new screen. This is the largest sat nav screen and it's got the new software. Okay, and you notice this has still got the plastic on it. I don't want to take that off because I say it's a brand new car. This has done 14 miles. It's literally come off the transporter and I've just brought it down here to the park to photograph. So this is the software, this is the look that you'd have on the CX-30 and you'd have on the Mazda 3, which really brings it up to date. You get in the other CX-5s, nothing wrong, but once you've seen this, you kind of think, oh, it looks a bit dated now. Now this particular model's got the safety pack, okay? So it's got rear cross traffic alert. So when you put it in reverse, if anybody is crossing your path at the back, so this is really good in car parks, shopping centre car parks, you'll get 2 lights. You'll get both wing mirrors light up, right? And it will bleep just to say watch where you're going. So that's really handy. You've got the reverse camera that will come in. You've got front camera, you've got side camera. So yeah, you've got cameras everywhere. I've driven some earlier cars that aren't Mazda that have had 360 cameras, and they look really primitive, but with Mazda, they really have got it right with this, and it's really, really, really clear. I've got a button down here, a view button. So that's the front, that's the back, and that's the side, okay? There's the clock. So yeah, you've got that there. Now the car also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and for Apple CarPlay it will work wirelessly, whereas before you had to wire it in, so you had to plug it into the USB, which is there, for it to operate. I normally have my phone on charge anyway if I'm in the car, because it will soon zap your battery, you know, being on the phone, and I like to gas a bit, so it'll gobble it up quite quickly. And also, if you pair the phone up, you can stream music and stuff through, which will also use up a lot more power. But look, I'm just giving you a little sort of 360 of the car. It's a really nice place to be. You've got all that little ski hatch there, and in the centre, oh, sorry, I've made that look a lot more difficult than it actually is. On the centre armrest, you've got USBs there. That's for charging. Okay, so there's two of them there. You've got an extra power socket down there. You've got the electric handbrake there. And this here controls this here at any speed. Not that I'm promoting that, of course. And just show you the menu actually. So entertainment, your FM, AM, DAB, Bluetooth, smartphone apps, USB 1.2 for audio, video. Okay, communication, if you were to pair your phone up, then you can get all your call lists and stuff. Now, I do apologise, the car, because it's fresh off a transporter, it's not been PDI'd, which is the pre-delivery inspection, where they put the maps in. So the maps run off an SD card. So if I hit navigation, we get a compass. I never got to grips with using a compass, but a map will come up and you've got a really comprehensive sat-nav system. But of course, if you use CarPlay, you can use the maps on your phone. So Waze and, is it Waze? Waze and Google Maps and all those other bits and pieces. Now this panel here, you've got heated seats, which you definitely need today, okay? Heated steering wheel, which I definitely need today. And you've got climate control, okay? And you've got a proper six-speed gearbox. It's seamless in its gear changes. I know some manufacturers use gearboxes that are kind of a hybrid between manual and an auto, and they can be a bit lurchy and difficult to use, and can sometimes have reliability issues. These don't. These are really, really good. Never known them to have a problem, and I'd say auto should be seamless to me. And oh, I mustn't forget, you've got the Bose stereo. Okay, so this is a bespoke stereo made for this car. It's not an afterthought. So remember I was saying about Sky Active, like only the exact amount of wire will be used to not add have any added weight in the car. You know, everything's really thought out with this car, and it's really nice and refined and quiet. I'm trying to think if I've missed anything out. Now, I'm bound to have missed some things out, but please don't hesitate to contact us if you want a more specific video on a certain function or more specific photos. But thank you very much for watching our video. Obviously, we are a Mazda dealer. We have full dealer facilities. Part exchange is very, very welcome. We can do an online consultation, and we do a collection, delivery, a click and collect service, delivery service, online consultation. We're here to help. Don't hesitate to ask us for anything at all. Thank you very much for watching again, and look forward to hearing from you. Bye bye.